This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
each and every year. There's 8 teams inside of the highest tier of North Dakota girls high school basketball that represent their schools and communities at the state basketball tournament. Each year, only one can be crowned the queens of the courts, state champions. Last year, these two teams that we see tonight both represented their schools and communities at the big dance. However, their dreams fell short in the state basketball tournament. Tonight, we start the quest for another. The 23-24 girls high school basketball season. It is upon us. Welcome in to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium as we get set for the West Fargo Packers and Minot Majettes to kick off the season in girls North Dakota high school hoops on the PSP network. I'm Nick Hulberg, joined tonight by a good friend of mine and the former Minot High standout Miss Basketball 2012. Miss Holly Johnson. Holly, first things first, great to see you. Always great to be back at the basketball gym, isn't it?
It's always great to be back at the gym, especially when we're at Minot High. Thanks for having me tonight, Nick.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun when we get Minot High and West Fargo, a bit of a rivalry from East versus West across the state of North Dakota. Maybe not the biggest rivals each of these teams have coming into the season. However, a great measuring stick and an excellent opportunity at the start of the year to get outside of the conference to start things off here for both teams.
Absolutely. I think, as we were talking before the game, I think this is a good opportunity for West Fargo to start having their own identity and create a new one with their former seniors that just left their team last year, and now Minot High to continue to create their dominating presence throughout the state.
Two different tales of the tape without question here tonight. When you look at what West Fargo and the Packers lose, 4,000 career points were graduated through the Packers program last year with the Miss Basketball candidate Amirali Simon along with Chloe Fau, 2 All-Staters. What is that like when you go from being a weighted operation, and that weight I'm talking about is the high production of one of the best players in the state of North Dakota that really led the way for West Fargo. All of a sudden, there's a pretty big void there. What is that like for the rest of the group trying to find that identity here at 23-24?
Absolutely, new identity for West Fargo, number one, but number two, I think it creates an opportunity for these younger girls to now step into that void. So you can either look at it as an opportunity, right, or continue for it to be a void, and I think that we'll see what West Fargo is about tonight.
Minot High, on the other hand, this is a team that is a bit of a dynasty forming. We were looking at the roster here tonight, and you and I both kind of chuckled when we looked at the stat line for Lily Bell and for Maggie Fricke. You said, I think you've got a typo here. These are only sophomores on the list. And you and I both got a laugh out of that, wow, these two young ladies in their sophomore campaigns are household names inside of North Dakota. Minot High's got depth, they've got talent, they're young. The opportunity for Minot High to be at the top of the hill at the end of this season certainly is high. How do they ride that wave throughout the year, knowing that they've got the top ranking coming into the season and they are the favorite to win the crown at the end of the year?
Yeah, I think that these girls are used to having a target on their back, right? And you talk about, Lily Bell and Maggie Fricke being young kids, but they're actually veterans when it comes to a varsity sport. So they're going on year 3 of having varsity experience. So while they're young, they are a veteran team, and I think that we'll see that tonight. And I'm excited to watch the talent that they've got formed here.
Let's take a look at the state of North Dakota's media's thoughts on where these teams are going to fall into line inside of our great state of North Dakota. Time for the media poll, and the first of the year. Here's the top 5 for boys and girls in North Dakota high school basketball. Tonight brought to you by Ackerman Esfold. Minot got the most votes inside of girls hoops. Red River at number 2. Davies, excuse me one second, there we go. Davies at number 3, Legacy number 4, Century number 5. So 2 teams out of the East region, 3 from the West in the top 5 in voting. Bismarck, Cheyenne, Grand Forks Central, and Jamestown are all in the mix as well with receiving votes to start things off. Keynote for you, Minot High and Red River. They match up next Tuesday night right here at Magic City Campus, a gymnasium in boys and girls basketball. We'll have that for you on the PSP network. In boys, Fargo North, the defending champions, are at the top of the voting list. Davies is number 2, Minot number 3. Century at 4, Bismarck at 5, Cheyenne, Grand Forks Central, Legacy, and Fargo South also receiving some votes inside of AA basketball here in 23-24 to start things off. How much stake do you put into this media poll if you're a player, coach, or a fan coming into the year?
You know, I think that it's something that you can use as a measuring stick, right? But at the end of the day, it's just votes, and you've got to show up on the floor and show what you can do to be able to prove that throughout the season.
Big thanks again to Ackerman Esfold. They bring you the look at the poll inside of AA basketball. It's changed here in 23-24 for the first time since way back when, before you and I were even thought of in the A, B, and C range of high school basketball. We've got 3 tiers now, with Class B, Class A, at the top tier being AA here this year. That's created an interesting dynamic as well in scheduling, where there's 2 less teams inside of the WDA. That opens up some room for these out-of-conference matchups. That's why you see Minot and West Fargo here tonight. Minot takes on Cheyenne tomorrow right here on the PSP Network. We'll have that matchup for you as well. And then again, Tuesday night, Red River and Minot High will come together for the final quote-unquote preseason within the regular season matchup of East vs. West crossover. This is our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. 5 locations in western North Dakota, in Bismarck and in Minot. Timely service that won't slow you down. No appointment needed. Stay in your vehicle. It's a drive-through oil change. It's fantastic. I just check my email sometimes, maybe eat my lunch when I'm sitting there. Valvoline, with 15 minutes or less, getting you in and out the door with the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They bring you tonight's pregame show. When we come back, we're going to dive further into this matchup as Minot High and West Fargo come together to open up the 23-24 girls high school basketball season.
It's about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I picked Carson Wentz. I picked Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football, just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Esfold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Esfold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck. because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
The anticipation is building inside a Magic City campus gymnasium for tonight's East First West showdown between the West Fargo Packers and the Minot Majettes. Welcome back into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Nick Hulberg alongside of 2012 Miss Basketball Holly Johnson for the pregame here tonight. Well, we get set and ready for the showdown tonight. There's going to be a couple key kids in this showdown that are going to need to be big here tonight, starting with West Fargo's Briley Peterson. Peterson leads the way for the Packers, coming in as a 5'8" senior guard. 4-year starter here for West Fargo, 9.4 points per game last year as a junior for her. How big really does she need to be, not only tonight, but this whole year coming in, being the leader and carrying this team?
Yeah, I mean, you said it, Nick. She's going to be the leader this year, and I think that her team will probably look to her more for leadership as they're starting to fill the void of Simon from last year. So I think that they'll be looking to her for just more than scoring on the floor.
She was good last year with 4.5 rebounds, 94 assists for that young lady on your screen right there. Look for her to be a key here tonight. We'll break down Minot High side just a moment as well. But first, let's take a look at the numbers of this showdown here tonight. Well, the numbers are going to be a bit off because we have to use some from last year coming into this showdown here. Tonight is the opener for both teams. Start with the records from a year ago. 20-7 for the Pack. 22-5 for the Minot Majettes. Minot finished second inside the conference. On the other side of the state, it was West Fargo that finished third. Coming into this year, Minot High's ranked number 1. West Fargo not receiving any votes right now. When it was all said and done last year, Minot High finished second in the West region, 4th in the East for the West Fargo Packers. Minot scored 79 points per game last year, only giving up 57. That's a pretty good number, but how about West Fargo? 80 points for, 55 against per night. Both teams shot well from the field as well, as Minot shot 47% from field goal range, 42% on the other side for the West Fargo Packers. X factor here tonight, well, for me it's the depth of Minot High. They certainly have more than just a few in this lineup that can get the job done. On the other side, that X factor of how do they play without Simon? I know that you need to turn the page, but even us as broadcasters coming into tonight, you look at that to know that that is a big-time X factor coming into the showdown here this evening. Ryan Family Dealerships brings you those numbers tonight. 50 years of service. Ryan Family Dealerships has been the trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com. They bring you tonight's look at the numbers. Well, let's take a look at one of the key players for Minot High School. It's Lily Bell. Want to talk about an all-star, 2-time All-Stater coming into her sophomore year. You heard me right. If you're new to Minot Majette basketball, get to know this name in a quick hurry. Lily Bell averaged 20 points per night last year. She shot 43 three-pointers, 6'3", the sophomore that plays guard and forward. What is it about her game where she can go inside and outside that makes her such a dual threat?
Well, I think it's hard to guard, Nick, right? I feel like at her size in this state and her ability, that's a really tough matchup and probably a nightmare for a lot of these coaches when they're figuring matchups for the night.
Lily's got some partners around her, including Maggie Fricky, that averaged 17 per night last year with 37 three-pointers. Minot High collectively a team that could shoot the three ball 34% of the time. They were good from behind the arc. They're not the biggest team in the state of North Dakota by any means, but they're certainly swift when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell that they're swift on offense and they're well coached, and you can tell that as they step on the floor.
Just about time for our opening ceremonies here tonight at Magic City campus. We'll take one more step aside. When we come back, we'll have the official introductions, we'll have the keys to the game, and we'll have our opening tip-off and a salute to our great country with the Star Spangled Banner, all coming up next here on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. The opener for the Packers and the Majettes here from the Magic City. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America.
Once again, that was Devin Beckel, Jr. at Magic City Campus.
Devin Beckel with an excellent rendition of our nation's national anthem here tonight. Time to take a look at our keys to the game. These keys to the game are brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern choice to seal your heating and air game. The Northern Plains Heating and Air, 25 years of experience. They are your factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. Here's your keys to the game. First for West Fargo, they're going to need to defend tonight against Minot High with the sharpshooters that they have. On the other side for Minot High, my big key tonight, they just have to keep it simple, it seems, as they've got the talent, they've got the weapons, if you will. If they just fall in line and keep it simple here tonight, things could be on the benefiting side for Minot High. Any thoughts on these keys to the game here tonight?
I have the same thing, Nick. MHS has the keys to the kingdom, excuse me. And West Fargo, I wrote down contain Bell and Fricky and pressure the backcourt so they can't get easy looks down low.
Northern Plains Heating and Air bringing you tonight's keys to this matchup. Northern Plains Heating and Air, again, serving the region for 25 years as the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. Northern choice to seal your heating and air game. The Northern Plains Heating and Air. Well, let's meet the Magi here tonight. We'll send it to the PA voice for the official introductions.
A 5'8" freshman wearing number 4, Kinley Hart. A 5'9" senior, she wears number 21, Presley Bennett. A 5'7" junior wearing number 24, Karu Lamore. And a 6'3" sophomore, she wears number 30, Lily Bell.
Well, there you have it. Minot High's official starting lineups inside of the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. This place is rocking on a Friday night. That's what you'd expect when you're ranked number 1 in the state. Good crowd on hand for a girls basketball showdown here this evening at the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. It's Nick Hulberg alongside of Holly Johnson on the call. Holly, great to be back in the cockpit with you here at Minot High School. High school hoop season. Are you ready for the showdown tonight, or are you ready for the showdown here tonight?
Let's do it. I already told you I'm sad I'm not lacing them up, Nick. This is the best I can do.
Gotta ask you, from 2012 until now, what do you think your game would be like against these young ladies out here on the floor?
You know, I would like to think that I fit in. I would love nothing more than to be feeding Lily Bell down low and to be able to pitch it to Maggie Fricky. So like I said, the best I can do is watch them do it themselves here.
Showtime tonight. Well, you're going to have to do it from up in the booth here tonight. We appreciate you joining us on the PSP Network. Big thanks again to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, bringing you the pregame here this evening. West Fargo's in black. They've got the green trim. Minot High's in white. We are officially underway for the 23-24 North Dakota Girls High School basketball season. Ball's on the ground, and Maggie Fricky having a scrum for it there along with McIntosh. Minot High is going to get the arrow and the possession. Lily Bell will inbound it here. Lily Bell across the timeline. Going to work here for Minot High School. Fricky at the top of the key. There's going to be a foul charged here on West Fargo.
Falls on number 4, Kaya Hagen.
It's on number 4.
First team foul.
Hagen's first team foul. Tradition for West Fargo and their Packers, they stand until the Pack scores their first basket of the night. That's why you see some of those men and women standing up here. Lily Bell from the corner. She unloads the first of the season from downtown, and Lily's got a three-pointer. Good start for Minot High School. Across the timeline for McIntosh. Guarded here by Lamore. Spin move from Peterson. Oh, Lily Bell comes in and slams the door. She says, I don't think so. And Lily with a block early on. That brings the fans to volume here. She had 53 of those last year in her freshman campaign.
Nick, I'm not trying to be the one going down the lane on her like that.
Yeah. Good call. Downtown, the shot's off the mark. Just missed there from Cack, but Minot High will get the ball back. Tonight's contest on the PSP Network brought to you in part by our friends at Planet Pizza. They will deliver tonight. You can call 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza, serving the Magic City for over 25 years as a local pizza place. You know they're legit. That statement right there. Here's Lily Bell. She's got the game's only points. Off to Fricky. Drives into the paint, and then she's going to be fouled on her way in. Kaylee Moten had the hand of the way. Moten's going to be charged with her first personal, second team foul.
First personal, second team foul.
Sends Maggie Fricky to the Serve Pro free throw line. Serve Pro with 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians and advanced technology at Serve Pro. And Maggie Fricky 1 for 1 from the Serve Pro stripe. She shot 84% from the line last year. Astronomical numbers throughout the season for Maggie Fricky, and her first 2 points of the year come from the line. Here's Lily Bell after the takeaway. Crashing down, puts it off the window and scores.
I don't know how you stop that, Nick. This might be a long night.
Lily Bell crashing in, gets the bucket, and she's fouled. Ryan Family Dealerships bringing you the replays here on the PSP Network. Lily hasn't missed in the ball game. Three-pointer, another field goal, one from the charity stripe. 8-0 early on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High on top. Give and go play comes into the hands here of Peterson. Turns back with it. McIntosh worked it up top from three-land. This ball's going to be off the mark for Cack, but rebound pulled down by Lily Bell, and she turns the motor on again. Crossing the Majettes stamp right on center court. This is Kinley Barch with it. Off to Lily Bell. This is way downtown. That one off the front of the rim. Barch wrangles the rebound. Off to Fricky in the corner. Now Fricky turns and fires. Swoosh. Maggie Fricky from downtown. Minot High off and rolling 11-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. The Majettes off to an early lead.
Place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
Minot High a buzzsaw early on here. This one they lead 11-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Nick Hulberg, Holly Johnson on the call. Holly, go to the X's and O's of this. If you're Mike Benson, in his 6 years, the head coach here of the Packers, what's the change that needs to be made right now if you're West Fargo?
Well, you see them down in a 2-3 zone, and I think they're just trying to throw Minot High off a little bit here, and you can tell that Minot High is uncomfortable trying to get this attacked, but the problem for West Fargo right now is they're giving up open threes like we just saw, and second and third chance opportunities.
Rebound underneath the rack, comes away here to Riley Peterson. It's going to be a foul charged here on Minot High's Lamore. This is going to be the first foul on Minot High School, the first on Lamore of the night. Ball's going to be tossed in. Travels the violation. Minot High will get the ball back. If you're Jason Schwartz, the head coach of Minot High, here in year number 4, the state coach of the year a year ago. You look to change anything early on here in this contest? I know he's never going to be completely satisfied in a showdown.
I don't think there's anything for them to change right now. They're dominating this, like you mentioned. West Fargo is in a zone too because they've got some nightmare matchups here, and you just saw that there with Lily Bell taking it to the hole.
Lily Bell continuing to shine here in this ball game. She's got 8 of the 13 for Minot High. Rebound's going to be pulled down. Moten's going to come up with it. It's a jump basketball. Packers have the possession arrow. They're going to inbound underneath the Minot High bucket. It's a doubleheader tonight on the PSP Network, by the way. We've got boys high school hockey on the air. Fargo Davies at Bismarck Century tonight. Todd Dobries and Mike Peluso, the former Chicago Blackhawk and Philadelphia Flyer, on the call of that matchup. We'll have Davies and Legacy tomorrow. Shot clock down to 1. That shot comes from no man's land, but Peterson had to deliver it. She ran out of time on the shot clock. Minot gets it back, and Lily Bell drops it off here to Fricky. Back over to Lily Bell. Lily off the mark, just a bit strong. It's going to be pulled down here by Kaylee Moulton, and Moulton sends it on back where Peterson carries back across. Well, Avery Lundy came into the ballgame for Minot High wearing number 22 here for the Majettes. Up and in. It's Riley Peterson's first points of the game. West Fargo's on the board. Talking about Avery Lundy, you'll see that knee brace on the right knee. Not easy when you're needing to go underneath the knife at the end of the last season. Had to miss all of high school volleyball here this year. And Avery Lundy back in the lineup for Minot High. She's going to be an X factor throughout the year for the Minot High Majettes.
Pretty unbelievable recovery, Nick. I mean, typically an ACL recovery is that 6 to 9 month range, which I suppose we're close to being at. But I mean, she looks really good for going under the knife in May, having all summer and fall off, and that's tough to miss your senior year of volleyball. So hope to see her have a good season.
Maggie Fricky up top between the legs. Now a little dribble drive move, trying to go inside to Bennett. Taken back away here, Peterson. 4-year starter for the Packers, moved it down, then shots off the mark, rebound underneath, off the glass and in. Count the bucket there. Kennedy Angler is on the board of the Packers. Cut the lead to 13-4 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Lundy up top. Great crowd on hand here tonight at Magic City campus. Bennett from downtown. Off the back of the rim. Rebound's going to be pulled out of there by the Packers. And Kaya Hagan, the sophomore guard, she's fouled on the play. Foul will be charged on Minot High's Eve Knutson. 5'9" sophomore, charged with her first. It's 13-4, Minot High on top of the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Thanks again for joining us here tonight from Magic City Campus's gymnasium. Nothing like high school basketball season. It's officially here with the start tonight. Got a full schedule for you folks on the PSP Network. Thrilled to bring you WDA contests throughout the entire season. There's going to be a travel violation in the paint on Halverson. Minot gets the ball back. Minot hasn't made it easy on West Fargo early in this ball game.
No, they certainly haven't. They're a gritty team. You ask about Coach Schwartz needing to change anything, and I think they keep their grit on defense, and they'll win a lot of ball games this season.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Like and follow us on all social media platforms. Goes miles for us in our mission of promoting local athletes. Avery Lundy jumped for the basketball. Whistled out of bounds, and it will be West Fargo basketball on their end of the floor, working from the right to the left here tonight, trailing 13-4 here in this first half. 12-10 ticking down to the opening half of basketball. Coast to coast for Peterson. From up top, kicks it across. Hagan in the paint. Worked it back upstairs, now to Halverson. Peterson again delivers here to the near side. Crossover move from Kackman. She's going to be blocked by Knutson. And we go back the other way now for Lily Bell. Lily's going to go coast to coast. Puts it off the window. Scores, but they're going to say the foul was charged before the bucket fell in.
Lily's thinking, I'd rather take the bucket. Let's go the other way.
Halverson's first.
Fricky back in for the Jets.
Fourth team foul here on West Fargo. Bell into Knutson. Up top for March. March to her left, finds Bennett. She uncorks one from downtown, bouncing around, gets it to drop, and Presley Bennett's got her first three-pointer of the ballgame. She had 30 of those last year for Minot High. And the Magette lead is at 16-7 as that one hits from downtown. McIntosh from behind the arc. Fricky on the one-on-one against McIntosh. Over to Knudsen. Bennett back to Fricky inside. Oh, good give and go. Lily Bell, the recipient there. She puts it off the window and scores. Peterson over to the corner from three land. Kackman off the mark. Fricky down with the rebound. And Maggie Fricky running the floor. Thought about going off to Bennett. She just scoops it up and in. And Maggie Fricky has 7 points in the ballgame. Minot leads 20-7 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Peterson. 4th point to the contest. Nice little dribble drive move there from Peterson off the left hand. Put it off the window. And drained it. Knudsen has it here. Now Fricky again. Stops and pops, no good. Rebound pulled down here by Halverson. Lead pass all by herself. This is McIntosh. Lays it off the window and scores. She's got 5. West Fargo chipping away at it. They're within 9 here with under 10 to play in our first half of basketball. Hard off to Fricky. Fricky into the lane, kicks it up top. Knudsen open for 3. Knudsen drains it from downtown. 4 different players for the Majettes with 3-pointers in this ball game. We touched on that in the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, that they don't have as much size as some of the teams in the state, but man, can they shoot it.
Yeah, they can sure pull the trigger really on both sides of the floor. Both teams haven't been afraid to shoot the 3.
Fricky from coast to coast into the paint. Hounded there, comes to Knudsen. Barch is wide open from downtown. Rolls in, then out. Fricky's down with it. Fricky up with the shot. She's going to be fouled on the play. And Maggie Fricky's going to go to the Serve Pro free throw line as the foul's charged here on Briley Peterson.
5th team foul. Fricky to the line to shoot 2.
Fricky from the stripe. Perfect. 3 for 3. Fricky seems to be in some pain here at the charity stripe. Shaw checks in for Minot High along with Avery Lundy. Meanwhile, Fricky continuing to impress from the free throw line. In your playing days, whether at Minot High or NDSU and at North Dakota, did you have a benchmark that you wanted to be at as far as your free throw percentage was concerned, Holly?
Yeah, I think, you talk about the state polls even, right? And like percentages don't always matter, but it's a confidence thing. Like you look at your stats and you think that's where I should be. And I feel like the 80s is always where you wanted to be, especially as a college athlete. And I feel like in high school, we always looked at that 70 range. And so that was always a good mark for us to see ourselves at.
Kackman's got her first bucket of the ball game. The Shaw handling up top. Fricky's got it here. Fricky driving inside, ran into Angler. Went off of Angler. Ball goes out of play, and it will be Minot High ball.
Full timeout.
Timeout on the floor. 8:26 left here in the first half. Packers use a full timeout, trailing 25-14 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Right Bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Out of the Packer timeout, West Fargo is going to take the ball away here from Minot High and start the rush up the floor. Led by Peterson. She's got it here. Peterson sent it across to Shaw, got a hand on it, knocked that ball out of play. Well, you see some Sentinel logos on the jackets over on the far side. That's an interesting dynamic coming to the Magic City for 2024 with Minot North, the high school opening up. It's going to change the landscape of the Magic City quite drastically, I'd have to think. Knutson has it here. For people like you and I, Holly, it couldn't be any better with the opportunity to watch high school athletics on multiple nights a week. DeShaw puts it through the bucket. She's got her first points of the ball game. Behind the back move here from Hagen. Kicks it upstairs again to McIntosh. Serving. Peterson gets it, had to reach for it. Open from 3 land. This is Kackman off the mark. Another offensive board here for West Fargo. And Peterson sets up shop with a fresh 29 on the shot clock here. 7:17 ticking down in the first half. Off of Peterson it goes, and it will be Minot High basketball.
Can see the frustration from some West Fargo fans and obviously the players on the floor, but after 2-3 offensive rebounds, West Fargo should capitalize on those scoring opportunities because I have a feeling they'll be few and far between.
Kackman drops it off now here to McIntosh. Kackman again. Feeds it upstairs here for Peterson. Lundy on Peterson as Peterson works with 14 on the shot clock. Has a clear lane from the elbow off the window, no good. Words pulled down, comes back away now to McIntosh. Way downtown on corks. Missed. Lamore handles. Peru Lamore. Lily Bell somehow comes up with it, puts it up off the window, no good. Rebound, puts it up off the glass and scores. She just seems to find a way each and every time she's near the hoop. That's an and one for Lily Bell.
Great patience on her first try, and then she realizes she's short, gets her own rebound, and then gets an and one. Can't complain about that.
Helverson back for the Packers.
Great second effort here from Lily Bell. You see it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Lily from the stripe. Flawless 2 for 2. 30-14. Minot High's got the lead. Whistle on the play. It's away from the basketball. It's Kennedy Angler that's going to be charged with the foul.
Second personal.
17 fouls here on West Fargo. Only 2 on Minot High School. Minot High leading 30-14 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. One of the big concerns when you've got a player like Fricky and a player like Bell, both good for about 20 a night to fill it up. Oh, there's a collision inside from Lamore. Ended up on the ground there with Halverson. Halverson's going to be charged with a blocking foul. It's her second. One of the big concerns becomes, is everybody going to stay happy? That all changes when you win basketball games, I'd have to assume.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like we talked about earlier, you've got these girls that are freshmen, sophomore, 8th graders playing, right? And they've already got 3 years of varsity experience. And I think with that can come some challenge, but I think that you can see their leadership on the floor. And I think the coaching style, too, from Jason Schwartz helps that out, too, right? You need a little bit of guidance as a young player, and there will always be little riffs throughout your high school season, but I think that comes with no matter how soon you start playing varsity or you don't.
Lamore went 2 for 2 from the stripe. As a sophomore, she was 70% from the line, 100% here in her junior campaign. Minot's got a big lead at 32-14. That one's off the mark on the attempt coming up from Halverson. Barch with it, off to Lamore. Spun down to Bennett, open from 3 land. Bennett off the front of the rim. Rebound's pulled out by Hagen, and Hagen goes to work. Halverson down low. Hounded there by Barch, and it comes away now. Here to Lamore. Lamore goes off to Lily Bell. Little stutter step move, then Lily just walks in and puts it up and in. Lily continuing to tear here in this ball game. And the Packers want to talk it over again. They're going to use another timeout here with 5:07 remaining in the first half. 20-point lead for Minot High. It's 34-14 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Game on the PSP Network is brought to you by our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations. It's virtual and in office. Enjoy a professional, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at ModernBraces.com. In the lane, little runner was no good for Moulton. Rebound pulled down. Now she moves to her left and kicks it back up top where Barch surveys, finds Fricky in the paint. Lely, turn around, jump shot, all rolled in, then out. Rebound for Kackman. Kackman to Peterson. Peterson going coast to coast. Bennett had the defense. West Fargo fans want the call. They're not going to get it. Instead, it comes up top. Kaya Hagen buries a three. Lead cut to 17. Here's Fricky. Ball's going to go off of a Packard on a play. That went off the hands of Kackman.
Back in for the Packers.
Well, when you talk about Minot High School, they've got 2 state championships. One in 2022. They were one of the favorites last year to win it. They were upset in the opening round of the state tournament by the Red River Rough Riders. They won the West Region Tournament Championship, defeating Century and the giant that was Logan Nisley, Kinnebrew and company. They're the favorite here in 23-24. 2 state titles for West Fargo, by the way. They had one in 93 and one in 98. Wide open underneath. Bennett. Rebound. Bell. Lely puts it off the glass and scores.
Nick, if you're West Fargo, you want to look for a score here. You're looking at the clock. There's 3 minutes left. If you can cut this lead to 12 or 14, that's a win for this half. And then you got to come out and grind it out for the second.
Barch got her own rebound, then she's fouled on the play. Not easy to play from behind, certainly not early on in the season.
And when you're number one's home court. 4 hours away.
Not an easy bus ride by any means. Barch from the line, and Barch officially into the scorebook. 7 players in the scorebook for Minot High. 5 in the book here for West Fargo as Barch gets the second one to drop in. Minot's free throw shooting and the free ones have been good in this ball game. They mustered up a 38-17 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC's got locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online, bnc.bank. Pounded up top. Kackman got the ball away into the hands of Hagen. She was hounded there by Barch, and the ball ends up on a bounce. Minot High will get it here with under 3 to play in this first half.
McIntosh back in for the Packers.
Barch with it. Now Lily Bell worked it back over here to Deshaw. Arch dribbling. Shot clock down to 13. Ball's going to be forced out of bounds there by Peterson. Minot will need to rush here with under 2.5 to play in the first half. Lundy sends it in. Knudsen finding Deshaw. Then it comes away to Bell, but there's a travel violation charge here on the Majettes, so West Fargo gets the ball back. Peterson, 4-year starter here for West Fargo. That's not an easy feat, by the way.
Lots of young talent early, I feel like, coming out of this state year after year, which is exciting to watch. It's fun to see.
Knudsen off to Lily Bell. In the corner to Shaw, open three-lad, front of the rim. There's a collision here. That's going to result in a foul on the play. It's going to be on Peterson.
Falls on number 12, Riley Peterson.
Minot Highs into the bonus. 10 fouls here on West Fargo. Barch will net the first. 3 for 3 in the ball game here for the freshman guard.
Backman back for the Packers. Bennett back in for the Majettes.
39-17, Minot Highs on top. Join us for our Magic Towing halftime report. You blow it, we tow it, Magic Towing. It's not the real tagline, but it should be, shouldn't it? That one caught you off guard.
It's pretty catchy, Nick. I don't know how you come up with this stuff.
Everett Deshaw caught West Fargo off guard. She puts it off to glass it in. The look on your face for that one was priceless. 509-4011. Remember the phone number. It's Magic Towing. Peterson down to the baseline. Nice give and go play here. Wide open was Angler. Angler's got 4 with 2 field goals in the ball game. Minot High still is the lead at 41-19 downtown. Knudsen no. Angler back to Peterson. Fast break the other way for Hagen. Hagen lays it off the window and scores. Lead cut to 20. Deshaw dribbling up top here. Peterson, excellent defense. Peterson goes up with the gimme, lays it in. And West Fargo back-to-back points here in this ball game. 40 seconds to play in the first half. Knudsen dribbling up top. Shot clock at 13, game clock under a half a minute. Deshaw downtown, swoosh. Minot High shooting the lights out of the gym here from three-land. They've got their misses mixed in as well, however, burying some threes here in this ball game.
You know, Nick, we've talked a lot about Avery Lundy, Maggie Fricky, Lily Bell, which are all like, it's kind of your nucleus of your team, right, in your core, but you see Kinley Barch out there, you see Everett Deshaw out there, and those are the girls that are going to be up and coming. And when you talk about maybe Lily Bell getting in some foul trouble, anyone in that situation, they're going to be the ones that step up, and you see them make some plays tonight.
3 attempt on the other side, off the mark here for Cackman. Avery Lundy's going to come off, and she's limping quite a bit as she. We'll see Trinity Sports Medicine. That took the air out of the gym just a bit, didn't it? Hopefully she's going to be okay. 4 seconds, Peterson. Down to 1, whistle. Minot High is going to get the ball back, is stepping on the end line. It's Kaya Hagen. 1.6 seconds left. That will just do it here for our first half of basketball. As billed, Minot High legitimate. The #1 ranked team in the state comes out. Bit of a buzzsaw that first half, 44-23. They've got the lead. Move to our halftime report brought to you by Magic Towing.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Damn it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
(44-23). Minot High's got the lead at the break. Minot High boys are at West Fargo tonight as well. Halftime update from that game. 34-19, 18, excuse me. Minot High boys on top of West Fargo, 34-18 in West Fargo tonight. Game on your live event. Chase Miller on the call. Welcome into our Magic Towing intermission report. The halftime here tonight. Magic Towing Remember the number, 509-4011. You'll want that number in your phone, I'm telling you, because when you blow it, they tow it, that Magic Towing. It's Nick Hulberg and Holly Johnson on the call here tonight. Holly, first things first, your thoughts on that first half of basketball here tonight. Minot High certainly looking pretty impressive coming out of the gate. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked earlier about them being the #1 team in the state, and they were voted on that for a reason. I think for Minot High coming out of the gates in the second half, I think the biggest thing for them is they don't need to settle on three-point opportunities at 23, 24 seconds on the shot clock, right? They can get that same shot when they're down to 9, 10, 11, 12 seconds, and what that does is create the opportunity for West Fargo to play defense. They get them more tired and then potentially lacking more on offense for them. And then it also puts Minot in a situation to control the tempo of the game. If you're Jason Schwartz right now, the fourth-year head coach of Minot High School, what's the main topic of conversation, do you think, in the locker room right now with a lead at 44-23? You know, I would think just that. The more time that they can get shed off of the clock, like I said, getting those same opportunities that they're looking at right now at the 23 mark, getting those at 8, 9, 10 seconds. Now you see some more clock and more tick shedding a little bit quicker. So I think controlling the tempo and just continuing to play their game. Time to take a look at the numbers from our first half of basketball. This numbers brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships, 50 years. It's a trusted name in car shopping and buying in Western North Dakota. 44-23, Minot High on top. 5 3-pointers for the Majettes, 2 for West Fargo. 13 fouls compared to the 2. West Fargo trailing in that category in a big way. Packers didn't go to the line at all in the first half. Minot High did. They were 11 of 12. Off these numbers that you see on your screen right here, Holly, is there any of these that stand off the paper more than others for you? Obviously, that 13 fouls is a pretty big concern here for West Fargo. Yeah, I mean, outside of the score deficit, if you're West Fargo, I think the biggest key here is free throws. I mean, you take Minot High's 11 free throws away, and now this is a 10, 12-point ball game. And that looks a lot different coming out of a locker room from a deficit perspective. So it'll be interesting to see what West Fargo comes out with, if they're going to stick with a zone, if they go back to man-to-man, full court press. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. Individual numbers from the first half of basketball. Let's start with the Packers from West Fargo. They were led by Briley Peterson. She had 6 in the first. 3 field goals for her. A 3-pointer and a 2 for Kaya Hagens. Has her total at 5. 2 for Kackman, 5 for McIntosh, and 5 for Kennedy Angler. Minot High led in scoring by guess who? Lily Bell. She's got 17. 9 for Fricky, 3 for Knutson and for March, 7 for Deshaw, and 2 for Carew Lamore. That's how Minot High gets to their 44. The 44-23 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll put a cap on our Magic Towing intermission report. Magic Towing proud to bring you North Dakota High School athletics on the PSP network. Second half comes up next. Minot up big at the break.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go. Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
We come back to the Magic City for our second half of girls high school hoops tonight. This East vs. West Showdown. Planet Pizza giving you a live look into the other matchup on the PSP network. It's boys hockey down at Bismarck. Davies just took a 3-2 lead over Bismarck Century. That's a good matchup tonight. Todd Dobries and Mike Peluso on the call of that one on the PSP network. You're locked into girls hoops here tonight as West Fargo trying to find an answer to the riddle that is Minot High, the #1 ranked team in all of the land. Turnover to start things off here in our second half. Minot High's in white. The Packers from West Fargo are in black. Nick Hulberg alongside a former Miss Basketball, or 2012 Miss Basketball, Holly Johnson. Bennett's got it here in the corner. Off to Fricky. Let's keep an eye out and see if Avery Lundy comes back into the lineup. She went to Trinity Sports Medicine midway through that, towards the tail end, I should say, of that first half. Jump shot in the paint, no good. Miss there for Kaylee Moulton. Packers with the rebound. Peterson. Waiting, then Lily Bell slams the doors. Lily's got another block here in this contest. Lily runs the floor with it. Lily takes it to the rack, and then Lily's going to be fouled on the play. She'll send Lily Bell back to the free throw line, leading the game 17 points here tonight, leading all scorers.
Second personal, first team foul. Bell to the line to shoot 2.
Nick, I can't lie. You mentioned Planet Pizza. My mouth started watering. Have you
Should
had
love
the
that
Cousin
stuff.
Joe?
Yes. Come on. I'm more of a Blue Buffalo guy, by the way.
I just transitioned to Cousin Joe.
You did?
Yep.
701-852-1700. Try that pizza tonight. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. Peterson touched the edge stripe, and it will be Minot High basketball. Lily Bell missed the last two, by the way, from the free throw line. Gives Minot High the ball back here with Fricky. You know what my favorite is, though, at Planet Pizza? I've got 2 of them. I've got 3 of them. Morey off to the corner. This is Bennett downtown. She missed. I like just a plain cheese pizza at Planet Pizza.
You like that, or Ike does?
Well, both of us. I'm telling you, it's really good. Or the stuffed breadsticks with pepperoni and pineapple. Those give Shots Crossroads Banana Cream Pie a run for their money. Shots off the mark from Barch. Rebound pulled down here by West Fargo as they go to work now with Peterson. Peterson's across the timeline with it. Works it back up. Here to McIntosh. Back to the corner, Peterson. One-on-one against Lamore, and Lamore touched the ball last. It goes on a play on Minot High. West Fargo will get it back on the inbound play. See if we can keep you updated from the Minot High boys matchup at West Fargo here tonight. One-hander, no good for Hagen. Minot High's got the rush coming as Fricky tosses it off. This is Bennett left side, put it in with the left hand, and Presley Bennett adds 2 to her resume here tonight. 5 total in the ball game. That's what she averaged last year for Minot High. Majette lead at 23 at 46-23. Peterson off to McIntosh, no good. Rebound side of the hoop, that one missed as well from Hagen. 2-on-1 on the fast break here. Fricky over the top, sent it off. Lamore. And Carew Lamore from Fricky puts the lead to 48-23.
Maggie Fricky is a fun player to watch. She's so versatile, and she just gets it. You can tell she gets her teammates involved. She's a scorer, she's an attacker, but she can also play D. She's a really fun kid to watch. It'll be interesting to see where she goes throughout her high school career and potentially college too for her.
Foul's going to be charged here on Minot High's Lamore.
Number 24, Carew Lamore. Second personal, first team foul. Moulton to the line to shoot 2.
Number 2 on Carew. Sends Moulton to the stripe. No good for Moulton. First free throw of the ball game here for West Fargo. And Kaylee Moulton was off the mark. Serve Pro free throw line here for Moulton with the second opportunity. Delivering, that one's off the mark as well. Towering up for the rebound is Fricky. It's Andy Latch on the PA tonight, by the way. Slamore from the corner. Counted for three is Carew. Nets the swish. (51-23). Knudsen with the stingy defense. Ball's going to come away for the Packers. Well, those two young ladies on your screen right here. Maggie Fricky on the left, Lily Bell on the right. Next level athletes without question. Bennett takes it away, and Bennett's going to carry it across the timeline here with Lily Bell. She'll just pull up, and on cork, she scores. And Lily Bell's got 19 in the ballgame to lead all scorers. And the Majettes to a 30-point lead here with 14-15 to play here in our second half. Short jump shot off the mark. Who touched it last? They're going to say that one off of Knudsen or Fricky. Peterson will inbound. Up next for both of these teams after tonight's contest, Minot High will welcome in Cheyenne tomorrow at 4 p.m. Here's Fricky crashing in. Fricky's going to be fouled on the play. She'll go to the free throw line. 4 p.m. tomorrow for West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Minot. We'll have that matchup for you here on the PSP Network. The Mustangs are at Bismarck High tonight. Cheyenne and West Fargo will switch spots for tomorrow's action as West Fargo will make their way down to the Carl Guard to take on the Demons. Cheyenne will come here to the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Maggie Fricky's got 5 from the line, make it 6. She's flawless here tonight from the free throw line. Minot's lead continuing to grow at 55-23. She went 2 for 2. That foul was on Hagen, her second personal, by the way, if you're keeping track at home. Peterson on the near side. Guarded by Minot High's Aberly. Minot High JV had the win earlier on here tonight as well. You caught the tail end of that coverage on PSP Network with the bonus coverage here tonight. Here's Lily Bell with the basketball off to Fricky. Fricky to Bell downtown. Lily off the mark. Rebound underneath. Aberly threw it up. Then the side of the hoop comes to DeShaw. She'll get a rebound again. DeShaw. How about the effort there? DeShaw's got 9 in the ball game. Got a timeout coming here for Mike Benson. Head coach of West Fargo. He's going to call a full timeout after DeShaw comes up with her 9th point in the ball game. Battle of the boards was won that time by Minot High. They've got a big lead, 57-23 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Good crowd on hand at Magic City Campus's gymnasium for the showdown. Number 1 Minot High unranked West Fargo. DeShaw's going to take the basketball away here for the Majettes. She's going to go coast to coast with it, crashing her way in. Rebound came down Angler. What's been more impressive to you here tonight? Minot High's offense or their defensive effort?
You know, I think it's their gritty defense, right? And we talked about the Deshaws of the world and the Barches of the world. They're in here as freshmen getting really gritty, playing D. You don't see that a lot when you've got young kids. Sometimes they look a little bit scared, a little bit lost, and no one on the floor for Minot High looks lost tonight.
14 now for Maggie Fricke. She nets one from downtown. Yeah, you make a good point. If you had to guess how many seniors were in this lineup for Minot High, most people would probably guess wrong. Sophomore, junior. Lundy's a senior. Bennett's a senior. Aberley a junior. Deshaw's only an 8th grader. Barch a freshman. Knutson a sophomore. Fricke a sophomore. Those are the young ladies that have played here tonight. Oh, collision away from the basketball as Peterson and Lamore come together. It's going to be number 3 here on Peterson.
On number 12, Riley Peterson. Third personal.
This point at 60-23. I know there's 12:09 left in the ball game, but what's the mentality if you're West Fargo right now?
I think if you're West Fargo, you just try and chip away at this lead, right? A win maybe seems far-fetched, but you never know. But second, we talked about them creating their identity, and here's an opportunity for some of these girls to see where they fill the void and how they're going to transition into their next game, right? Like, are you going to go in as down in the dumps, or are you going to be able to turn it around here for the next 12 minutes and see what you can do?
Knutson coast to coast. Hand came up and got it in the way. That was Anisha Davis that knocked it out of play. Update from the Minot High West Fargo boys matchup tonight, 50-30. Minot High's got the lead with 9:40 left in regulation in West Fargo. Lamore crashing in. High up off the glass. Peterson's away with it. Here's the run and gun play as Peterson with the baseball toss. Had too much on it, got past Hagen, and it went out of play. Minot High will inbound with 11:24 to play in our second half. All Majettes here in this one tonight. Big thanks, by the way, to our good friend Mason Kramer at Mason Kramer Photography. Game action shots and senior portraits. One of the best in the business. Mason Kramer, proud supporter of the PSP network. He's got some phenomenal work, by the way.
I've seen some of his stuff on the IG, and he does do some good things. I like Mason. Grew up with the Kramers. Good family.
Yeah, without doubt.
I guess pick which Kramer, right? How do you decide which one? There's too many of them.
Checking out here for West Fargo. Anglers out, checking into the ball game as Cackman. Peterson will inbound from underneath the Minot High hoop. Roger Ward Moving and Storage brings you the ball game tonight. By the way, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly helping the region with the moving and storage needs since 1942. Ball was tossed into Lamore. She was fouled on the play.
Number 23, Caitlin Cackman, second personal, 4th team foul.
Cackman charged with the foul. That will give Minot High the ball back as we're under 11 minutes to tick down in regulation. Barch fouled here as reaching in was Kaya Hagen. It's going to be number 3 on Hagen. 3 on Hagen, 3 on Peterson. 5th team foul. Bennett will inbound. Fricke up top with the basketball. 2-time All-Stater for Minot High. Off to Lily Bell, now Fricke again. Thought about the 3, she's just gonna drive into the paint, then she's gonna put up a shot. She's fouled on the play. Over the top from McIntosh.
Fouls on number 23, Caitlin Cackman, 3rd personal, 6th team foul.
Corrected, it was Cackman. I've been impressed with Maggie Fricke and her tenacity in the paint. Not afraid to crash towards the rack by any means.
No, not at all. And she actually appears to have some post ability too, right? Like if she were to be posting up a guard that is smaller than her, I wouldn't want to be the smaller guard. Let's just say that.
16 now in the ball game for Fricke. She hasn't missed from the free throw line. And the serve pro stripe here in this ball game. Minot High's free throw shooting went 12 for 13 in the first half. 4 for 6 here in the second. Run and gun again. Fricky drops it off. Lamore underneath. Nice defense there. Is putting up the arm was McIntosh. Ball's on the ground. We'll have a jump ball coming. The arrow belongs to who? It's the Majettes. And with 10:03 left here in regulation, a score of 62-23. Minot High on their way here. This one in front of not quite a capacity crowd, but a good one for a Friday night. Lily Bell, turnaround move, no good. They've been pretty quiet here in the second half, haven't they? The fans, everybody?
The fans have been. I'm quiet right now because I love West Fargo shoes. I'm trying to figure out where I can find those. Local Foot Locker? I'm not sure.
Ask Jason Schwartz. I believe that the Minot High bench boss may have the same pair on here tonight. Lely with another block. She's going to go coast to coast with it. Drops it down off to Presley Bennett. And Lily Bell, just a living highlight reel as she sends that one into Bennett, and Bennett puts it up and in for her 7th point of tonight's ball game. Peterson. Barch with the coverage. Worked away to McIntosh. To her left, McIntosh worked it back up. Off the hands of Hagen, and out of play it went.
Kaylee Moten back into the game for the Packers.
Watch this play from Lily Bell on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Well, no look, bounce pass. You can teach a lot of that, but there's just so much natural ability there, isn't there?
Absolutely, and I mean, as a lot of people in this community know, Ernest Bell, her dad, running the basketball academy here in town, she's no stranger to a gym and spending extra time in it.
Fourth personal, 17.
Tonight's contest brought to you by Minot State University, by the way. The best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire. More than 96% of recent Minot State grads being employed or continuing their education. Minot State grads get jobs, period. Be seen, be heard, be you. It's Minot State.
Calls on number 30, Kaylee Moten. Second personal.
Moten's got her second personal.
Lily Bell with the line to shoot 2.
Sends Lily Bell to the stripe. Made her first 2, missed the next 2. She's got 1 here. For an even 20 in the ball game for Lily Bell.
McIntosh back in for the Packers.
Another one for Lily as she puts that one right through the bucket. 66-23, Minot High on top. Timeout coming here for the West Fargo Packers. Mike Benson wants to talk things over here with his crew. They trail big time in the Magic City tonight in this showdown with the Minot High Majettes. Full timeout here for the Packers.
6-yard line nearing the Serve Pro red zone are the Demons already. Handoff, Hankey dances in the hole. Now he speeds and bursts outside, accelerates to the 20, 15, 10, 2 touches, 2 touchdowns.
Carter Hankey, this time they go left, and he just does what he does so well is he read the block. It wasn't off tackle, it wasn't off the guard on the inside, and he took his time, then he bounced to the outside, got a great little kick out block, a touch block, and deep downfield for the Demons, helping him out.
This ball game on the PSP Network is brought to you by the UPS Store. Located on South Broadway in the Magic City, it's the UPS Store for all your packing and shipping needs. The UPS Store is located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Once again, we want to thank our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air, factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. No other choice to seal your heating and air game. The Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online, northern-plains.com. And Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Roger Ward can help you with your moving and storage needs. They've been proudly helping the region since 1942. Jump basketball West Fargo's got the arrow. More action coming your way here on the PSP Network as we've got Davies and Legacy of boys hockey tomorrow. Cheyenne at Minot in girls basketball. We'll have coverage of both of those games coming your way on the PSP Network. Hope you join us tomorrow afternoon as well. 3:30 for the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Lily Bell's got another block as she slams the door inside. It's Moulton that tried to put it up, but it was Lily Bell that said, I don't think so. West Fargo to inbound as Kackman comes down. Here's the play from Lely. Outside, Peterson with the shot clock wearing thin. Got the shot away, hit the iron. Missed. Here's another opportunity. That one sinks from downtown. Kackman.
Kackman for 3.
5 in the ball game for Kackman. 40-point lead for Minot High. Lily Bell's in the corner. Bell from downtown rattles it in.
Man, you see West Fargo go back to that 2-3 zone, and they get aggressive there on the front, on the backcourt kids, but then they lose total sight of everyone else, and the last person you can lose sight of right now is Lily Bell when she's got over 20 points.
Down to the baseline. Block from Deschamps. Ball comes away here to Barch. Taken by Peterson, and Peterson scrambling her way back towards the rack, kicks it outside. No good. Bell's got the rebound. Underneath. Moulton had the attempt, but Lily Bell's going to be charged with the foul, her first.
First personal, third team foul. Moulton to the line to shoot 2.
It's Kaylee Moulton. 0 for 2 from the stripe tonight. Not on the scorebook yet this ball game. Just a bit too stiff on that opportunity. 5'8" senior forward. Gets that one to roll, and Moulton is into the book. Once again, Nick Hulberg, Holly Johnson on the call here tonight on the PSP Network. Good to see you again at the gym, Holly. It's a time of the year that so many of us love so much, and that's the start to the high school winter sports season. Goes quick once you get into it.
Yeah, it seems like hurry up and wait, and then all of a sudden it's gone in the blink of an eye. It is sure an exciting time of the year.
Here's Lily Bell. She's fouled on the play, got the ball back away to Fricky.
Fouls on number 23, Caitlin Kackman.
Kackman's going to be charged. Update from the boys basketball game at West Fargo. Minot High up big on West Fargo. The Packers 68-37. Good night for Minot High, boys and girls, as
number 2,
the Majettes are now up 70-27 as Lily Bell has another one from the serve pro free throw line. 25 here tonight for Lily Bell, the 2-time All-State selection. Make it 26 as that one bounces in. 71-27. Under 7 to play here in regulation. Rebound pulled out, Peterson. Peterson gets it back. Moulton inside, hounded by Lamore, and the ball's going to come back here to the Packers to inbound.
Nick, we've been talking about young talent. You'll see number 2 out there, Jada Johnson. She's probably a name to get familiar with here over the next few years. Former standout Katie Lorenz at NDSU is her mother. She's here in the stands tonight.
Something can be said about the bloodlines, can it?
Once a bison, always a bison. Is that the bloodline you're referring to?
I guess it could be. Going to be a foul inside. 2 shots coming here as Lely's dinged up with her second.
Fouls on number 30, Lily Bell. Second personal, 4th team foul.
This will send Peterson to the stripe. 6 in the first half. She's been shut out in the second until now. She nets that one. 7 in the ball game here for Peterson. Second attempt from the Serve Pro free throw line. That one falls in. Briley Peterson's got 8. All Majettes here tonight on their home floor. They came out on a 12-0 run and haven't looked back since. Rattles in that out, comes away to Lily Bell, and Lily drops in another field goal. Tomorrow's game will be a fun one with Minot High and West Fargo. West Fargo Cheyenne. They're receiving some votes inside of North Dakota. Game I'm really looking forward to, though, is the rematch of last year's quarterfinals at the state tournament between Red River and Minot High, both boys and girls. That's a doubleheader. Something different on the schedule this year at Minot High School. Typically in the past, the girls would play on separate nights than the boys. And this year, the schedule is jam-packed with back-to-back matchups and doubleheaders with girls and boys here at Magic City campus. You want to talk about a wild atmosphere. Those nights are going to be...
That will be a fun night.
Ahead of volume 10 without question. Ursula Schiller, the Red River standout, coming to town. That's a shoo-in for a Miss Basketball candidate this year and a finalist. There's Lamore putting it up off the glass. It is. Lamore's had a good second half. 7 in the second half, 9 total for her. Have to think there's going to be some talk. Oh, that one from downtown as it drops in. Halverson's first points of the ball game are for 3. Under 5 to play. I'd have to think there'd be some talk on Tuesday night as Knudsen drains her second 3-pointer. 6 for her in the contest. Be some talks on Tuesday night of multiple Miss Basketballs on the floor coming up. Preseason termination that Schiller will be one of those young ladies. And I'm just going to go on a limb right now and say Bell and Fricke are probably going to be in that conversation in 2 more years. Here's Maggie Fricke, example A, as she puts it up off the glass, rolls it in. Minot High's got 80 on the board here tonight.
The poor people that have to vote for that year. Lots of talent.
How do you even do that? 2 kids on the same team that are all staters each and every year from their 8th grade year. Peterson puts it up off the window.
Riley Peterson.
That's an and one as Peterson will go to the Serve Pro free throw line.
Fouls on number 3.
That's putting the cart in front of the horse quite a bit, but if you're a betting person, you'd have to think that Lily Bell and Maggie Fricke in 2 more years will certainly be in that conversation.
Davis back for the Packers.
Riley Peterson gets it to fall. And Peterson's gone 3 in a row here in the second half from the Serve Pro free throw stripe. Peterson's going to check out of the ball game with under 4 to play. 80-35, Minot High on top on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Hang around for our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial postgame coming your way here tonight. We'll have our MVP of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. And our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. Packers with possession. Isha Davis with the basketball. Taken away, Lamore's got it here, and Carew Lamore is gonna make her way from coast to coast, puts it up off the window and scores. As Carew Lamore had quite a second half. 9 of the second half for 11 total in the ball game. 82-35, Minot High. Deep three was no good. That one off the mark from Jada Johnson. Big thanks again to Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. Minot State bringing you tonight's ball game. And Roger Ward moving in storage. Schedule a move or find a quote online. Roger Ward moving in storage.com. 3 attempt from Deshaun, no good. On the ground for Minot High and trying to get out of the lane there was Aberly. She's up and okay. Minot will inbound the ball with 2:44 left here in regulation. Deshaun with the basketball. Now Knutson. Another one from downtown as Knutson's got 3 3-pointers in the ball game. Elverson dropped off to Johnson, the 7th grader. Foul on the play is charged to Minot High's Aberly.
First personal.
That will send Anisha Davis to the Serve Pro free throw line. Well, we've got a final score from West Fargo tonight. In the boys matchup, Minot High over West Fargo 73-40. 33-point win tonight for the Minot High Magicians. Davis goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and Anisha Davis is into the scorebook. Over and back charge to Minot High School. Well, from what you've seen here tonight for Minot High, any major topics of concern before tomorrow against Cheyenne?
No, you know, I think they come out guns blazing like they did yesterday. I think they're gonna see a good outcome. They had gritty defense. They were taking good shots early on, stayed consistent throughout, and I think that's what Jason Schwartz is looking for here early in the season.
2 minutes left here in this ball game. Ball's on the ground. The scrum continues for it. Jump ball coming. Packers have the arrow. Big thanks again to our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. Find them at minotbraces.com. Just look at the Google reviews for Prestwich Orthodontics. Make a pretty strong point of why minotbraces.com and Prestwich Orthodontics is a prime choice for your orthodontics needs. 152 ticking down here in regulation. Ball's going to be tossed in off to Jada Johnson. Deep three coming. Swoosh. Bridgeford's into the book with a 3-pointer. Rosenkrantz into the paint. Sent it off to Aberly. Went off of her fingertips. Packers get the ball back. 90 seconds left in regulation. Once again, join us for our post-game wrap-up here tonight. Brought to you by Planning Team Financial and Schatz Crossroads. We'll talk with our MVP of tonight's contest. You can tweet at us at Network PSP and let us know who you think that is here this evening. Brenna Seidner was hard in after the basketball. She'll force the jump ball. Minot's got the arrow. And a minute 13 left in regulation as Ariana Rude brings it up the court. Far side from Larson. Back up top, Rude had it. Down to the baseline, Aberly crashing in. She's going to be fouled on the play. Foul will be charged on Ogdahl.
First personal, 10-15 foul. Aberly to line to shoot 2.
First one from the stripe from Aberly, no good. She missed. Second opportunity coming here, trying to make it 86-40 in favor of Minot High School. She will. 8 players in the book tonight for Minot High. Distribution across the board. They were led in scoring tonight by Lily Bell. Love the final numbers in our postgame wrap-up here this evening. Lily had 17 in the first half.
Fouls on number 5, Brenda Seidner, first personal, 8 team foul.
11 in the second. 28's not a bad outing for the opener.
That's a nice way to start, huh? Think she's going to be eating some Cousin Joe tonight?
I think probably. That'd be a good pick. What made you decide to make that change from the blue buff to Cousin Joe at Planet Pizza?
They still have a blue buff or a blue cheese base. So I thought, let's give it a whirl. We always get half Hawaiian, half blue buff. So it's kind of like a combination of the two. I can tell you're not sold, which is fine.
Yeah, I mean, you're a rebel. I like the move. It's not a bad call by any means. All right, kids, count them down. We're down to 10 seconds left in the ball game. 46-point lead here tonight for the Majettes. Pass inside. One final shot comes from Brenna Seidner. That one just off the mark. It goes final here tonight. Minot High is going to win 86-40 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Join us for our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show. Comes up next here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
'86-40, Minot High gets the victory over West Fargo, the Packers, in the season opener in this East First West Showdown. Welcome into our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads post-game show. Let's hop right into our player of the game conversation. No stranger to the PSP Network. It's Lily Bell joining us after quite a performance tonight. 28 for you according to my count. First things first, how happy are you that basketball season is back underway?
Very happy. I played over the summer, but high school ball is so much different. I love my team, and I just was so ready to get back on the court.
Tell me about summer ball a little bit and what a grind that is. I'm sure you travel all over the place and take on plenty of competition. What's the biggest takeaway that you have from summer basketball?
Just literally the same thing here, playing with the team. Like, it's obviously they're all good teammates, every team, and I just love the AAU and like traveling the world, but I love coming back here and playing at home for my city.
A lot of people here tonight. You guys got off to a great start, an early start. What's better for you, nailing a big three or that inside post play?
I like the inside.
Inside work.
She's trying to dunk it, baby.
1,000%. How big was a win here tonight over West Fargo to get the ball rolling?
It was really big because our first game is always like our opening, so we want to play hard for our, especially since we were home, we wanted to play hard for our town.
What do you look forward to tomorrow with Cheyenne and another challenge there with a good Mustangs basketball team?
I think playing hard like on D like we did today and just scoring the ball for my team and getting my team involved.
Nice job here today, Lily. Lily Bell, our MVP of the matchup here, brought to you by Sport Clips. Nice job. No stranger to the PSP Network. Not the first time, not the last time that we talked to Lily here. What a contest for her tonight. 28, no small number by any means, was it?
No, not at all. You can feel her presence right on both ends of the floor. She's always going to have a stat line offensively, but defensively she poses a strong presence too.
Lily Bell, congratulations, our MVP of tonight's contest. Sport Clips brings you the MVP. Sport Clips, where you can get the MVP haircut experience. I have the app. I just sign in online, Holly. It's quick, it's convenient. They do a fantastic job at Sport Clips. I'm telling you, Sport Clips in Minot and Bismarck.
I saw a line outside of that place on a few Saturday mornings ago. I'm not kidding. Before they open, so they must do a good job.
They do a great job. I'm telling you, I've been a part of that line before, and it's worth the wait. But if you have the app and you sign it online, then you don't even have to wait. There's no line needed. You just sign in with a hairstylist today at Sport Clips. They bring you tonight's MVP. Holly, your thoughts on this ball game here tonight?
You know, I thought that Minot High came out as the #1 team in the state, right? Like there's something that comes with that. There's a certain responsibility to that. And I think that they showed up tonight. West Fargo, I think, is still looking for their identity a little bit. And they came to the #1 team's house, right? So now it's time for them to go back to the drawing board and just focus on their next matchup. It's still early in the season for both teams.
Cheyenne comes in tomorrow. Quick turnaround after first game of the year, wrapping up tonight at 8:45, 8:30-ish. 4 o'clock tomorrow. Any concern with a quick turnaround like that tomorrow? Cheyenne's in the same boat. They've got to travel from Bismarck up here tonight after a matchup with the Demons at the Carl Guard.
I'd be concerned if it was my legs, but not these 15, 16, 17-year-olds. I think there's always a concern with a quick turnaround, but this being this early in the season, I think that both teams are going to be ready to go, and they're excited for a tough matchup.
Looking forward to that one tomorrow. We'll have it for you on the PSP Network. This is our Planning Team Financial Advisors at Shots Crossroads postgame. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Shots Crossroads also brings you the post-game wrap-up tonight. Shots Crossroads home to that delicious banana cream pie. Have you ever had that at Shots Crossroads?
No, I'm more of a chicken strip gal at Shots Crossroads.
Plenty of ranch with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's all good at Shots. I'm telling you, everything at Shots Crossroads is absolutely delicious. They bring you the post game tonight as well. Team buses are always welcome. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com and pick it up right at the doorstep at Shots Crossroads. They bring you tonight's post game. Time to hop into the numbers of this showdown. Minot High comes up with the victory here tonight in a big way. 86-40, 46-point victory here tonight. Credit West Fargo and the Packers, Mike Benson's crew. They gave it what they had here tonight. They were just outpowered a bit by Minot High School. Here's the leading scorers in the ball game. Briley Peterson for the Packers had 11. She led the charge for the road team. 5 for Hagen, 3 for Bridgeford, 3 for Halverson, 2 in the contest for Anisha Davis, both from the free throw line. 5 from Kackman. McIntosh had 5, 1 for Moulton, and 4 in the contest for Angler to get to 40 in the ball game. Minot High, well, they were led by Lily Bell. 28 points tonight, 17 in the first half. A bit quiet in the second compared to the first. And you have 28 in a ball game, and somehow the words a bit quiet come out of my mouth. You know, it was pretty special. Next in line, Maggie Fricky, no surprise here, 18 for Fricky. 8 of which came from the Serve Pro free throw line, 8 of 8. How important is that factor down the stretch? I know that's kind of a goofy question, but my goodness, when you get 8 from the line and are a perfect 100%, obviously she's doing the right things in the offseason to make sure that she's tuned up for these games like tonight.
Absolutely, and it's not a goofy question. You're right on the money, Nick, because you look at tight games. Sometimes the close games come down to who shot a better free throw percentage. Tonight it's not quite as obvious, but that will pay dividends for Maggie Fricky and the Majettes down the road. Eve
Knutson had 9. A hat trick of 3-pointers, 1 in the first, 2 in the second half. 3 in the ball game for Kinley Barch. She nailed it. She had 3 from the free throw line, rather. 3 total for her. 9 for Everett Deshaw. 1 for Aberley from the charity stripe. 7 in the ball game for Bennett. She had a 3-pointer. And 11 for Carew Lamore. She had a 3-pointer in this contest as well. Minot High had 5 threes in the first half of basketball. 5 threes in the second half for 10 total here tonight. That 3-point game, the inside game, the outside game, and the defensive game tonight for Minot High, certainly impressive. Was there one of those that stands off the paper for you here tonight, how well they shot from the outside? I don't even think they shot that great here tonight, but they certainly had their chances because of that defense.
Absolutely. They were filling it up tonight. I mean, I think that if they can capitalize on some of those opportunities tomorrow like they did tonight, I think they'll be in good shape.
Last order of business here tonight. We've got our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. You can find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. For Minot High, maybe the move of the game was the start here tonight. The 12-0 run to start things off. Besides that, was there one that really stands off the paper for you as a move of the game here tonight?
You know, I think that just the collective effort, and what really stands out in my mind is the defensive effort of Minot High right out of the gates, which maybe isn't someone's typical move of the game, right? You think of a behind-the-back pass or something flashy on offense, but that's what really stuck out to me today, how Minot High came out the gates defensively.
Defensively, they were solid here in this ball game, no question about that. Minot High's defense getting the Jobbers moving and storage move of the game. I like it. Magi fans liked it as well here tonight, 86-40. For West Fargo, let's go to the X's and O's for just a moment. The final thing on our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame here tonight. Is there anything you could take away if you're Mike Benson as a positive in tonight's matchup for West Fargo, or anything to build off of after tonight?
Well, you know, I think that they played some of their best basketball in the last few minutes of the first half, right? I mean, they started to cut down the lead a little bit and chip away at the deficit, and then I don't know what happened at halftime. You know, there's so many different things that can be going through somebody's mind, but they just didn't quite have it. They didn't have enough juice in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see what he does going back to the drawing board. Like I mentioned before, it seems like they're trying to find a new identity too with a big void to fill, and that's a lot of responsibility to step into a star player's role that's been in it for a long time. So I think West Fargo will go back to the drawing board, and we'll see what happens.
They're at Bismarck High tomorrow. Cheyenne is here in Minot tomorrow to take on Minot High. Game time is scheduled for 4:30. I got to make sure that that's right. I believe the game time is 4 o'clock tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I'll tell you for sure it is 4 o'clock tomorrow.
We got our other MVP of the game over here.
Always great to see you, my friend, by the way. 4 o'clock tomorrow. That's a 3:30 pregame show start on the PSP network. Valvoline Instant Oil Change will bring you the pregame tomorrow at 3:30. I'll be on the call here from the Magic City. Todd Dobries and Mike Peluso will have Davies and Legacy and high school hockey tomorrow on the PSP network as well. Well, partner, great to see you. Nice job as always. Always fun talking basketball with you, my friend.
Basketball, pizza, it's always a good time, Nick. Thanks for having me.
We knew there'd be one or two of those in the conversation tonight. Former Miss Basketball 2012, Holly Johnson on the call with me tonight. Thank you, my friend. Job well done. Big thanks to Owen Patterson on the camera, the tech duties tonight. Job well done to you as well, my friend. Final tonight, Minot High wins 86-40 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We're back at it tomorrow in a showdown where Cheyenne comes to town to take on the Majettes. Until then, Nick Hulberg signing off from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Until tomorrow at 3:30, please have a good night, have a great weekend, and God bless.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit Jobbers Warehouse jobbrershouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.